Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you a makeup tutorial on the soft glam makeup look. So this is a full coverage soft glam makeup look. This makeup look is perfect for any special occasions or any pictures that you're having done, or if you're going out. It's a really pretty glam look to do. So wherever you're going and you want a glam look, this will be perfect for it. This makeup look just looks really nice on the skin. It doesn't look cakey and it does not have any flashback. This makeup look photographs so well. It looks very nice in pictures and it looks nice in person too. I will be listing all the products and brushes that I'm using in this video in my description box below. So if you want to know how I got this soft glam makeup look, just keep watching. So I like to do my eyes first because if there's any fallout from my eyeshadow, then I can clean it up instead of it falling on my face makeup. So to start off with my eyeshadow, I'm going to prime my eyelids, and I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I'm in the shade Snow. You can use an eyeshadow primer if you want. I prefer to use concealer. And then I'm going to set that with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. For my eyeshadow, I like to use a very brightening powder to set my eyelids. So I'm just going to take a little bit of eyeshadow, and I'm using the Real Techniques sponge. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the 35X Big Primpin' Morphe palette. This is a really pretty palette. My sister-in-law got me this and I love it. So I'm going to use a big fluffy brush. I'm using the Morphe E27 brush, and it just looks like this, just any fluffy brush. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Glam Room. It's a very light peachy shade. I'm just lightly going in with this peachy shade with a very light hand and just slowly building this shade up. If I want to add more, I will at the end, but I'm just going to start off with this. So next I'm going to go in to this shade right here. It's called So Gorge. So this shade is very pigmented, so I'm making sure to tap off as much as possible, and I am slowly building up this shade. And what I'm doing is I'm tapping, and I'm just starting in the outer corner like this, and then I'm gonna slowly put it on just the outer portion of my eye and my crease. I don't want to take this in all the way in. I just want to keep this focused on the outer portion of my eye. So now I'm going to go in with my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I love this palette also. Oh, the brush that I'm using for my that I used for the last shade, and I'm using for this one too, it's the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH33 brush. It's a really nice brush. So I'm going to be using this shade right here called Pooter. I'm going to do the same thing and just lightly tap and put in the crease. If you're just starting out on eyeshadow or you have trouble blending your eyeshadow, I highly recommend these two palettes. They blend so nicely. They're so smooth and the colors are so pigmented. They're really great palettes. So I'm just focusing on the outer corner. It's slowly darkening up the shadow. So I'm going to go in with these two shades right here. This is Buns and this is Mocha, and I'm just mixing those shades together. I'm using that same brush. All these eyeshadows are literally on this one brush. I am lightly tapping on my outer corner. I'm just blending into my crease very lightly. And I like to keep this more rounded than flaring it out my eyeshadow, just personally. But yeah, I'm just slowly blending. So now I'm going to use that same fluffy brush that I used in the beginning. Then I'm going to use that peachy shade from the 35X Big Primpin' palette that I used in my crease, the shade Glam Room. Lightly just blend the edges of everything and add more color in the inner corner. I want that peachy shade to be focused more in the inner corner, and just lightly just blend everything out. So I'm just using that peachy shade just to blend out any harsh edges, just make it seem very seamless and smooth with my eyeshadow. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a eyeshadow brush that has literally nothing on it, a clean eyeshadow brush, And this is something that I like to do with my eyeshadow looks. So I'll just take a clean brush and I like to just use this to just blend everything together. So now is the time for the glitter, which I'm most excited for. This is where I get fallout. I use my finger. You can use a brush if you want. I just prefer to use my finger. I feel like it blends better and I get more pigment that way. I'm gonna be using this shade right here called Prep Work. It's a really pretty gold shimmer shade that looks like this. And I am going to just put that right here. It's so pretty. I'm going to take that eyeshadow brush that has nothing on it. Then I'm going to just blend the gold shimmer with my shadows to make it just seem very seamless. So for lashes, I personally have been loving these. It's the Kiss Mascara Lengthening Wisp. It looks like this. Ignore that lash right there. It looks like this. So what this is meant to like be like is eyelash extensions. It's supposed to give that kind of look. The Mascara Bond and Seal. So it looks like this. This Mascara right there, it says Bond, and then on this side it'll say Seal. You first need to curl your lashes. So something I really like about these than other like lashes that you glue on your lash line, these look more natural, but it still gives something to your eye. You can reuse these if you take care of them. Here, SMML, so small, medium, large. I will use 2 large on the outer part of my eye, and then I will use a medium on the center of my eye. Then I will use a small on the inner corner. It all just depends on your eye shape. Everybody's different. Sometimes I will just put 2 large on the outer corner of my eye, and it gives it that wispy cat eye kind of look, and I really like it. It looks really pretty. For this look, I find that this order that I'm doing looks really good on my eyes. I don't know how I'm going to do this on camera, but it's really easy to do once you practice. Me personally, how I do this, I work in sections. So I'll put the bond on just the outer corner of my eye, place the lashes. Once I'm done with that, then I move on to the center of my eye, place the lash, then the inner corner, place the lash, and that's it. I like to work in sections so it doesn't dry off and then I have to apply more, because this stuff you need to be very light-handed with or it will dry and kind of clump up your lashes. If you do it right, it won't do that. You just need to lightly put it. You don't need to put a lot. I'm gonna go do this eye off camera really quick, and then I'll do this eye on camera. So this is with the lashes and this is without the lashes. So I'm going to attempt to put this on camera. So first I get the bond. I'm gonna really zoom in on my eye so you can see. So I just put that there. Oh, and I'm using tweezers. Don't use tweezers. They come with these little application things. I just never bought it. I'm used to using tweezers to apply false lashes. Just place it like that. And just make sure it's attached to your eyelashes and it's secure and it won't come off. That easy, honestly. I'm gonna do the rest of my lashes off of camera. And these are both lashes done. Now I'm going to brush out my eyebrows. I'm going to use the shade Beam from the Jaclyn Hill palette to highlight my brow bone. Okay, so now it's time for the face. So I just wiped away any fallout, and before I start my face, my base makeup, I like to make sure I prep my skin really nicely. So I already washed and moisturized my skin earlier today. I will make sure to list all my skincare products in my description box below, but just to give extra moisture and freshen up my skin, I'm going to use the Glow Recipe Watermelon Dew Drops. This gives a really nice glow to the skin. So I'm just going to use this. I like to use very lightweight hydrating products for my makeup. And then I'm going to use the Laneige Water Bank Moisture Cream. I love this moisturizer, especially for under my makeup. It sits really nice underneath my makeup because some moisturizers don't mix well with my foundations. But this one I really like. Especially for glam looks, you want to make sure your skin is very moisturized. You don't want your skin to dry out from all the makeup. And to moisturize my lips, I use the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. Now I am using the Revolution Super Dewy Makeup Serum Primer. I love this. If you watch my videos, you know how much I love this. So I'm just using 1 pump of that. This gives you the best glow ever. So I put this on my face, my neck. I will also put this on my collarbones and my shoulders and my chest to give a really nice glow. Whenever I do this, people always compliment me on how glowy my skin looks. And it's literally this. It gives you such a nice glow. I love it. So for foundation, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I'm in 1 neutral. And I use 1 pump of that foundation. So I just dot this all over my face. I like to avoid putting foundation underneath my eyes because since I put concealer there, I don't want the extra product from the foundation because it can get kind of cakey and just be too much makeup for underneath my eyes. So I'm just blending this in, and I'm using my Real Technique sponge. I really love this foundation. I think it gives such a beautiful glow to the skin. When I first bought this foundation, I didn't care for it that much, but now I actually really like it. It's my favorite foundation to use. I prefer this foundation better than the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush foundation. That one can get kind of cakey. This one's more lightweight, but it gives a good coverage to the skin. I really like it. It feels very comfortable to wear and it's glowy. So now for concealer, I use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Snow. I love this concealer. You only need a little bit of it. I'm going to place my concealer kind of low because if you place it like too close to your eye, it can kind of get a little cakey and just like start creasing. And I'm just going to conceal where I want to highlight the areas on my face. I'm going to blend that out with my sponge. Where my eyeshadow is to clean that up and give a sharp line. So now I'm going to use the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in the shade Happy Soul. This product I like to apply it just above the shadow for my cheekbone. So I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge and use the side of it and blend it. And when I'm blending it, I'm blending it up and curving it into my face and not dragging it down, if that makes sense. And I'm just pressing all the bronzer into my face. So I'm going to add some more bronzer to my face. Then I'll use the side that I use for my foundation and concealer and blend it in with that to make sure it's just very blended onto my face. So I'm going to take some concealer and I'm going to place it just a little line right here. So I take my sponge and I will go like this and just cut a line and blend. And it gives a sharp, defined line. It just helps clean up any bronzer that went below there. It just helps give that sharp, defined line to your cheekbone. For blush, I am using the Fenty Beauty cream blush in the shade 02 Petal Poppin'. Such a pretty blush shade. I love it. It has a little bit of glow and shimmer in there, but because I'm extra, take some of the Super Dewy Makeup Serum Primer that I used on my face before my foundation. The Makeup Revolution Primer. I will take the Fenty Beauty 125 face brush. I love this brush so much. This is what it looks like. So I will take some product like that, or a lot, and on the back of my hand, wherever that is, I mix it with the blush, and it makes your blush so glow. You can do this with any cream blush, but this blush, it's so beautiful and blends so nicely. I love the Fenty cream blushes. They have such a pretty shimmer in it without like that glitter look to it, which I really like. But this just gives it an extra something. But see, it gives a really nice highlight. Yeah, that's from adding it into the blush. Now I'm going to set my face with the Rare Beauty Radiant Setting Powder in Light. And I love this setting powder because it has a pink tint to it. And I'm just going to blend underneath my eyes and make sure everything is well blended. So for powder, I am using my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH07 brush. I'm just going to take some powder, tap it off, and set underneath my eyes. I love this powder because it's not mattifying, it doesn't dry out my skin, and it gives a nice glow. I'm just going to set underneath my bronzer. So for highlight, I use the Anastasia Glow Kit. It is the Sun Dip Glow Kit. I use the shades Summer and Moonstone. I mix these two shades together. It's so pretty. Such a pretty highlight. Oh, I'm using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH09 brush. This is the perfect highlight brush. I love it. Look at that glow. I love highlight. I love Anastasia's highlight. I'm just highlighting all the places that I want to highlight. I just take bronzer to put bronzer on my neck because my neck, I don't know why it doesn't tan. It's so white. So because my face matches my chest but not my neck, so I just put bronzer. I don't like the feeling of foundation on my neck, and plus my foundation's pretty light, so I like to just put bronzer on my neck and it just works perfectly. Now it matches. And I'll just brush some bronzer on my face because, like, why not? I use the e.l.f. Wow Brow Neutral Brown. It gives a really nice tint to the brow. I really do like this, and it's affordable. So I will take this and I will just lightly brush through my brows. My brows are already pretty dark, so I like to just lightly brush through my brows just to give it a something. I like to do this with Glam looks. Now for bottom lashes, for the eyeshadow, I am using my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm using a flat eyeshadow brush. I can't even read where this is from because it's written off. Honestly, any flat brush will work. This is just what mine looks like. So the shade that I used from this palette in my crease is the shade I'm going to be using for my lower lash line. So I'm using this shade right here, Pooter. And I'm going, let me zoom in. Okay, so I'm going underneath my lash line. And I'm only going halfway. I am wearing blue, so I'm going to take a blue shade. You can put any color you want. What you can do, you can actually put the Pooter shade, such a funny name, like in the middle into the outer, and then put a darker one on the outer corner, like a dark brown. Or you can do what I'm doing and do a color shade of whatever outfit you're wearing. Since I'm wearing blue, I'm going to be doing this really pretty blue teal shade. So it's this blue shade. So I'm going to put this in the middle of my lashes, my lash line. And just blend that. I love the blue color. I think it makes my eyes pop a lot. It's very pretty. If you want to apply bottom mascara, you can. I don't like how bottom mascara looks on me, so bottom lash mascara. I don't like how bottom lash mascara looks on me, so I'm gonna skip that. But if you want to, you can go ahead and apply your mascara. All right, so the last part of this makeup look is lips. So for lipstick, I am using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip gloss. Such a beautiful shade. You have to get this if you don't have this. And I am using the Too Faced lip balm. It doesn't have a shade, but this is one of their lip injection ones. Okay, it doesn't burn. For me personally, it doesn't. It just gives like a little tingle. It feels like a cooling feeling on your lips. Such a beautiful shade. I love this. And also look how pretty the packaging is. It like feels like so royalty with it. It's so pretty. This lipstick shade is so pretty. This is so pretty. I love this. And then what I'll do is I'll take this, I'll put it on my finger because I don't want to get like this color on the applicator. This lip combo is so pretty. I will put this just in like the center. Well, actually I put it all over. Never mind. The Too Faced lip balm smells so good. I feel like these two mixed together give such a pretty lip combo. I love it. It's my favorite lip combo to wear. It feels very moisturizing and it lasts on your lips too. I love it. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I post videos every week, so I'll see you on my next video next week. Bye!